What's good? We back. It's the Boxing Clinic and more. Y'all know what it is. Y'all know we do more than boxing. We're going to get into the NBA, some NBA talk real quick. Tonight is the award ceremony. You know, back in the day, they didn't have an award ceremony to announce the awards and stuff of that nature. Today, they announced the NBA MVP and the NBA Rookie of the Year. And just want to get my thoughts on who I think should be Rookie of the Year and MVP. These are the 6 finalists for each award. The 3 finalists for the Rookie of the Year is Ben Simmons, who kind of got a red shirt year because he was injured his rookie year, didn't play none, so he's eligible to be for the Rookie of the Year award in his second season where he played, I think, almost every game. Donovan Mitchell, true rookie. Jason Tatum, true rookie. NBA MVP 3 finalists is Anthony Davis, who had a phenomenal season this year. LeBron James, Cleveland Cavaliers, and y'all know that man's James Harden. So let's get and talk about the Rookie of the Year. I mean, Ben Simmons averaged like 15-something, 8 and 8. Donovan Mitchell was somewhere 20, 4 and 5, something like that. Jason Tatum was like almost 16 points a game, and like 4 and 4, 5 and 5. Excuse me, if I don't remember it off top. But like I said, Ben Simmons is a guy that could do it all. He makes people better. He's like Magic Johnson. As a big, tall, point forward type of guy, gets to the bucket, can't shoot. But it amazes me how much he accomplished without a jump shot in the NBA. He got to the rim, you know what I'm saying? He got exposed a little bit in the playoffs. And I must say this as well, too, before I continue. These awards are strictly regular season, so the playoffs don't really count. And that's one of the reasons why I don't like them waiting for the ceremony way after the season. They should do it right before the playoffs start. I remember when they gave David Robinson the MVP award. I think it was the first year the Rockets won, in the 90s. And Hakeem Olajuwon was mad. He torched David Robinson. So I don't like them doing, giving awards, way after the season and after the playoffs because people think it's a playoff award as well. It's just regular season. But people say what happened with Ben Simmons in the playoffs, he was exposed a little bit. And he got to develop a jumper. But he's a creative guy, good handles for a 6'10", 6'11 type guy. Can get to the rim, and if he ain't gonna really develop a jumper anytime soon, he needs to actually learn to post up a little bit more and score in the post a little bit more. But he's a fluid athlete. He rebounded the ball. He rebounded the ball. Excuse me, mess with my dog. And he made people better. He had more assists and went to the basket and scored. And Donovan Mitchell, he scored 20 points a game. Out of Louisville, I had never heard of him, man. He came onto the scene with the Utah Jazz, and he got picked 1 pick after my Pistons pick, Luke Kennard, and that kind of still haunts me again. But y'all know the Pistons, history of passing up on Devin Booker, Melo, Bosh, Wade. You name it. Giannis, Rudy Gobert, you name it. Terrible draft history, but Mitchell was a beast. He made his whole team better. He took his team to another level. Ben Simmons had Joel Embiid to help him out a little bit, even though Embiid was in and out the lineup. Didn't have a Markelle Fultz. But Donovan Mitchell took a team that had no playoff aspirations and made it into a playoff team and actually won the playoff series with the same guys, basically, that Gordon Hayward couldn't get that accomplished with. So that tells you he was talking about 24 and 5 or 25 and 5. Definitely a dynamic rookie. Jason Tatum, his numbers was a little bit less, 16, 4 and 5 or 3 and 5 or something, whatever it was. But, he showed his worth in the playoffs and all regular season. But he was kind of suppressed because he had talent around him. Kyrie, Marcus Smart, Al Horford, Jaylen Brown. So he didn't have to do as much as, Mitchell and a Simmons. But he definitely looked like he could possibly can be the best player in the league one day. And I think all 3 of these guys got potential to be the best player in the league one day. And each and every one of them has their own obstacles. For Donovan Mitchell, is continue to stay healthy and improve and just improve. He got everything. Just be a better defender. Keep improving his jump shot. Everything is there for Donovan Mitchell. It just keep improving and don't go into a sophomore slump. Ben Simmons, obviously, he got to get the jumper and the health. Continue to stay healthy, and he did this year. And Jason Tatum, it looked like they might clear the way by moving Kyrie and let him be his team. So he definitely got the potential. Excuse me. He definitely got the potential, but if I had to pick a Rookie of the Year, it would be Donovan Mitchell, to be honest. And I'm a big Simmons fan. Ben Simmons fan. I told people when Ben Simmons would actually play and he was coming out of LSU that he was probably going to be, like LeBron-esque type of player and was going to be a baller at the next level. See, them playing zone in college kind of hindered him a little bit. And I'm not saying that, Mitchell will be the best out the bunch, but I think Mitchell deserves the MVP, what he did in Utah this regular season, taking the team with no playoff aspirations and making Gobert better. And Gobert missed a lot of games as well, too. Rudy Gobert missed a lot of games. Derek Favors is iffy. Ricky Rubio was, you know what I'm saying? So he didn't have a whole lot to deal with, and just based on that, and I think he was the most valuable to his team out of all three of these guys. I'm going to go with Donovan Mitchell being the Rookie of the Year. If I had to give a second place, it'd be Ben Simmons, then Jason Tatum. Remember, this is just strictly an NBA regular season award. Okay. To go into the NBA MVP, Most Valuable Player, I like Anthony Davis, but I don't think he's there yet. I don't believe he's there yet as an MVP type of over LeBron and Harden, in my opinion. He did remember, it's a regular season award too, and he turned it on, but I would kind of put Damian Lillard as the third wheel. Remember, regular season is not a playoff award. But like I said, one day it will be his league. One day he'll be the top dog in the league. If New Orleans continue to surround him with talent, and when Anthony Davis went out, when DeMarcus Cousins went out, he showed the league that he's just a different breed. Skill for skill, he's probably the most skillful guy on this entire list in an entire league. The things that he can do, but his next maturation is going to be finding out that he got to play through the post. And that's how Dirk Nowitzki ended up beating the Miami Heat, was playing majority through the post. He need to be in the post 80% of the time. We don't need him shooting threes or doing that mid-range, high post to low post area. And once he figured that out, New Orleans, and put a little bit of time around, New Orleans is going to take off. But he's definitely third in this race. I'm not going to say you this, but LeBron, amazing season, but it was up and down, He had a lot of ups and downs in this season, man. And, with LeBron, people forget when they were struggling, they was losing like 20 straight with Isaiah Thomas and stuff of that nature. People forget that rough patch that he had this year when LeBron would seem like it was just looking tough. He was tired, like he might quit on the team, and all types of stuff. You know what I'm saying? So people forget that. And Harden did miss, 15 to 20 games himself, but LeBron had an amazing season. He had an amazing season scoring. He averaged great numbers. And Harden averaged better numbers last year and didn't get it, obviously, because of Westbrook. The year before that, because of Steph Curry. But like I said, LeBron, he did what he had to do. They fixed it. They got it together. They made some trades. And, I heard Max Kellerman say today, LeBron, he don't have any good teammates. Well, Jordan Clarkson was a solid guy for the Lakers, man. He was a guy that went on a 30, 40, and 30, 40, 30, 40, some type of spree. He can play, Tristan Thompson is a guy he wanted to get paid. Kevin Love can play. You know what I'm saying? And he had guys that can play. But he doesn't know how to utilize him. He turns them into spot-up jump shooters. He was very valuable to his team in the regular season. Very valuable to his team. But, I like the Houston Rockets season better. I like James Harden. It shouldn't be a third season that James Harden get turned down. James Harden is the reason Houston ticks with or without Chris Paul. And Chris Paul missed a lot of games this year, and James Harden put up phenomenal numbers. People forget that. James Harden ain't playing with the creme de la creme players neither. Chris Paul, yeah, but he did last year without Chris Paul. Clinton Capella, he made better. PJ Tucker, Trevor Ariza, he pretty good. He ain't what he was with the Lakers, but he pretty good. And Harden runs the show. If you want to say it's the system with Mike D'Antoni. I wouldn't argue. But nobody said that when Steve Nash was getting 2 MVPs, okay? Harden is a beast. Harden, and neither one of Harden and LeBron defend, They really don't defend. But Harden put the ball in the hole. Harden team won 15 more games. Harden team smashed Cleveland twice this year, I believe. And not only they decapitated Cleveland Cavaliers. And if and I said it's a regular season game, but if they made it to the playoffs, he would smash them. Harden would have smashed them. Harden had a better season, 30, 6 and 8 or whatever it was. I know LeBron averaged 11 rebounds or 11 assists, whatever it may be. Good for him, but I'm not looking at the stats. I'm looking at the impact he had on the team. Who team was more successful? In the regular season, it was James Harden. People say, well, LeBron had more points. Well, James Harden missed about 10, 15 games, I believe. But Houston won all those games. he had a bigger impact on his team, in my opinion. People say, well, LeBron, he took them booms in Cleveland. At the end of the day, he ran Kyrie off the team. He had Isaiah Thomas. He didn't make it work. So I don't care what he did in a weak East. The East is weak. We seen that to this year. It's weak. I don't care what y'all guys say. The West was harder. James Harden won more games in the West. He was an integral part of his team once again, and it's no time to slight him. It's time to give James Harden his just due and give him his MVP. This is a regular season award, so all the playoff talk, he choked him. I don't care. LeBron choked in the playoffs too. He faked the hand injury to try to save face. Didn't get a game versus the Golden State Warriors. James Harden did. So I'm not trying to hear no complaints. James Harden should be the NBA MVP. That's my opinion. And Donovan Mitchell should be the NBA Rookie of the Year. Love to hear you guys' opinions on this. The award show is tonight. I think it might be on TNT, So I definitely thank you guys for tuning in. Like I said, it's the Boxing Clinic and more. And in and more, we do more than boxing. And talking NBA real quick. Might come back with some NFL talk or some boxing news break. We're most definitely going to come back with some boxing videos and some off-topic boxing videos, off-topic sports videos sometime today. We on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Those links are in the description. If you want to donate to the page for keep us moving forward creative wise, that PayPal link is in the description. One time for the one time. Y'all know what it is. Share.